Have you ever felt stuck trying to finish a project or reach a goal? You felt like you had hit that brick wall. And that goal or that project could be anything. It could be you're trying to increase your sales revenue, or you could be trying to finish a book that you started 3 years ago. Or maybe it is trying to drop the last 20 pounds in your fitness journey. I'm MJ Calloway, the author of Bounce Up, and in this episode, we'll discuss 3 ways that you can get unstuck so that you can reach those goals or finish that project. Before we get to those 3 ways that you can get unstuck, let's talk about the word stuck. The word stuck, think about it, it definitely has a negative vibe to it. You're stuck in a rut and you can't get out of it and you don't know what to do. Now think about the word plateau as a comparison. The word plateau is often used, especially in a fitness journey, but we can use the plateau in business. Whenever you're on your way to a project, and let's use climbing a mountain for today. So you're on the way climbing the mountain, you hit a plateau, but think about that plateau as a resting place. It's a place where you can think about the rest of the journey, you can gather energy, or you can improvise. You can adapt for the rest of the journey. And then you gather that energy and then you finish and you climb to the top of that mountain. Plateau has a more positive connotation compared to the word stuck, at least in my mind. How about yours? So once we hit that plateau, and I get it because I've been there more times than I care to remember. And I was there about 2 weeks ago. I had hit a plateau and I felt like I wasn't getting anywhere. So I pulled back and I thought, okay, what are the 3 things that you have done in the past to get past a plateau? So the first is definitely change the mindset. So I'm going to give you a express trick, a fast track to switch your mindset. And it's a 2-parter. So the first part are 2 words. I'm excited. I'm excited. Now, the reason why I'm excited works is because now it actually engages those happy chemicals in our brain, those happy hormones that then engage those happy emotions. Now, the second part of it, I'm excited about, and then fill in the blank. Whatever your finish line is, whatever the project or the journey you want to complete. In this case, let's use finish the book. I'm excited about seeing my book on a bookshelf. I'm excited about seeing my book on Amazon. Maybe it's a personal goal, such as finishing a marathon. I'm excited about finishing my first marathon. Now, not only have we engaged those happy hormones, now we have, with our brain, we focused on the end result, a positive finish. And when we put those 2 parts together, yes, we engaged the brain, but we've engaged the body language, which gives us the energy to go ahead and complete whatever we are working on, whatever that project happens to be. Now, the second tip is to recognize the progress you have already made. Sometimes when we hit that plateau, we forget about everything we have accomplished before it. We forget about the journey from start to that plateau. Now, here's a couple of ways that you can recognize your results. You'll see behind me, I pulled over my flip chart. I love using a flip chart, and yes, it's old school. I like the visual. So at the beginning of the month, I write out all the steps that I need to complete a project, my project for the month. And I usually have one project per month so that I am making progress. Once I finish one of the steps, I cross it off so I can see what I've completed. What we track, we can improve. If we don't track it, we can't improve it. Now, if you don't want to use an old school method like a flip chart, use your phone. Use an app like Google Keep to track your progress. Use a journal. Whatever works for you, find a method to track your progress. Now, before we get into the third, if there is anything that you liked about this video, go ahead and drop a comment, hit the thumbs up, share with a colleague or a friend, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. Now, the third tip is to reach out to someone who has already tackled what you plan to finish, complete, whatever you want to achieve. Here's how we go wrong whenever we're reaching out to our support system is we reach out to someone who has not finished the journey. And an example of that is, imagine that someone who is running a marathon comes to me for advice, and they're looking for advice on, how to get through leg cramps, or what nutrition they should have before a race, or what shoes they should be using, or how to prepare to run 26 miles. I've never ran a marathon before. I cannot give them the in the trenches advice that they need. And that's the same with us when we're trying to finish a project. If we reach out to someone who has not tackled what we want to achieve, they can't give us the true advice or suggestions, or even the encouragements, or what to watch out for. They can't give us the true information, the details that we really need. So find someone that has tackled what you want to achieve, because they will be your best source to help get you to the finish line. This is MJ Calloway signing out. But before I go, remember to power up, play up, and bounce up.